Because I mean, we're coming off a 6-7 record. His cousin just left us after, I'm sure, I'm sure in Lingard's own mind, it was a really bad experience with our coaches. And he's telling his cousin that, and Banda developed such a good relationship that he just couldn't say no at the end of the day. So that's credit where credit is due.
When I was watching it, I mean, I was kind of dreading the announcement, and I'm like, oh, we just I gotta because I have some friends that are Gator fans. I know that sounds awful, but and I was just waiting for the Avantae Williams going to Florida news to happen, and then I was like, screw it, I'll watch him make the announcement, because Andrew Ivan said last night that he would put it at he would put it more at 50-50 between UM and FSU instead of UF holding a lead, and so I was like, all right, maybe there's a chance, a very small chance, and then once he put on the Miami hat, I'm like, okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah, I did.
Off, I know it's coming, and then it was happening. I'm like, wait,
I did that too. I was just waiting for him to take it off and throw it throw it behind the desk and put on the Florida hat.
I was so certain that it was happening, and it just didn't happen. He's a Miami Hurricane.
Yeah.
We literally have the best safety in the entire country, along with the second or third best. I mean, along with another one of the best safeties in the entire country in that recruiting class. How did we pull this off?
I don't know, man. I'm back on the Manny train. I really am.
I am too, man. I'm on the off-season Manny train.
I'm just back on it.
I'm all aboard the train, bro. Choo choo. Let's 9-3, 10-2, and then 2021. I mean, we're back.
If he has another unsuccessful season, my mind will be blown, because
I will have to enter therapy or real medical help if we have another season where we win 6 or 7 games, even 8 games, then I will have to check myself into the cuckoo hut. I will lose my mind. There are no excuses now. I mean, he's kind of done it upon himself, making all these moves, but
well, that's the thing though, is how can you do everything right on paper and fail twice? And last offseason he did everything right and it failed, and then he was smart enough to realize, wait a minute, I made all the right moves with people who hadn't actually produced. It was just the idea of them, and most of them failed. That left tackle from Butler, he failed. Well, guess what? He hadn't produced at a high level. I'm not out on Tate yet, but the Tate experiment for last season was a failure. And Tate hadn't produced at a high level yet. And Dan Enos, he was a failure. And, he had one good season at Arkansas, but for most of his career, he wasn't well loved by any of the people that he was around and coached with. And so Manny was able to learn from that, even though he did all the right things on paper still. He learned from that, and he went out and he got people with elite production. He got one of the few quarterbacks in college football history that has accounted for 50 touchdowns by themselves. He got the number 1 rated returning pass rusher from Pro Football Focus. And what was he, third in sacks last year or something like that? Or third in returning sacks?
5th in sacks, but he had the second most sacks for a DN that is returning this year in college football, and Gregory Rousseau is number 1.
Okay, so but elite production, and then he goes and gets Rhett Lashley, who posted it was 5th or 7th, I've forgotten, but a top 10 offense. That's elite production. And so, I mean, again, he's made all the right moves, but this time it's backed up by elite factual production that you can touch. If it doesn't work this time,
we could have this podcast every single day, and I could just talk for hours about the Canes. I love talking about them. Especially on days like today where it just feels good. I've never seen. I mean, because like I just started following recruiting like this was the first year that like I was really into it. I wasn't around for the old some of these old horror stories that I've been told, but like, and I've only seen like people troll Miami. I've never seen the other way around, and just to see like a top player like Avantae do that, like troll the Gators so hard and come to Miami, like I've literally been smiling all day.
Yeah, man.
I'm just happy.
Me too. I mean, I had to call you when I was driving around for work. Just I needed the podcast vibes. You know what I mean? I needed an outlet for my fervor. And, oh man, I'm still pumped. This is a good day.
Absolutely. Do you want to talk about that Vegas guy that we offered?
The Polynesian tackle?
Yes.
You've been on that train for a long time.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I don't either.
I
let me look it up.
I have no idea how to he's an offensive tackle 2021. We're going to find his name, or at least so that we can at least attempt to pronounce it, but 2021 offensive tackle out of Desert Pines in Las Vegas. He was offered by the Canes, I think it was 4 or 5 days ago. Same high school as Darnell Washington, and you were the first person that told me about it. I think it was like Friday or Saturday that you tweeted me, and I was so happy when I saw that, because I have been trying to get Miami to get a Polynesian, a Tongan, to come play for the Hurricanes for so long, because you and I, we live in Utah. We went to high school in Utah. I mean, I played high school football with, Polynesians. I know that they're a special kind of people that need to come to Coral Gables, and especially an offensive lineman when, those guys are the strongest humans on earth. Nobody, like, if you have never played against a Polynesian, they will hit you harder than you've ever been hit in your entire life. I don't care, Ray Lewis, John Lynch. I don't care. Nothing compares to when a Polynesian hits. They will destroy you, but then they'll pick you right up and say, "Hey, good play." They're just the greatest people, and I've been campaigning for us to start recruiting out west and get into the Polynesian players. Because Oregon has an offensive lineman. I don't have his name in front of me. He's from St. George, Utah. Polynesian. He's going to be a top 5, top 10 draft pick next year.
Yeah. And it's pretty well circulated that South Florida is amazing for a lot of positions, but offensive lineman isn't really one of them. And look at your hometown Utes. They've last few years they have dominated the trenches, and it's been recruiting some of the local Polynesian kids that have been so effective. And there's a lot of guys out of in the NFL that have come out of Utah even that are Polynesian, like Star Lutulele. I don't know how to say his name. Haloti Nada and guys like that. It's
freaking LSU. They had two true freshmen this past year on their national championship team on the defensive line from my alma mater, from East High School. Two big Polynesians that contributed to those trenches down low. If those schools are going out to Utah and the West Coast and getting those big boys, Miami needs to as well. And props to Garen Justice. He has those West Coast connections, and I want to just shoot him a message. I'm like, hey man, keep doing it. But okay, this guy's name, I am going to pronounce it as best as I can. Tiaoli Savia. That is, I completely butchered that, but yeah, 4-star offensive tackle. He's in the 2021 class, 19th ranked offensive tackle in that class, second-ranked offensive lineman in the state of Nevada, 6'5", 250. The dude has offers. Miami just offered him last week, but he has offers from the Gators. He has offers from LSU, from Michigan, Nebraska, Oregon, Penn State, Tennessee, USC, Utah, West Virginia. I mean, the dude has plenty of offers, but Miami has an edge where we have 3 Las Vegas kids on the Hurricanes right now: Tate Martell, Bubba Bolden, and Brevin Jordan. So I would love to see the Canes pursue this kid a little bit more. Maybe, Canes fans can work their magic on Twitter like they have been with other recruits that we want to see get in.
Speaking of which, Marsh, I've been digging through our offers on 247. There's an offer out to a kid in our backyard in Orem, Utah, Kingsley Suamataya.
Saw that.
Yeah, he has 30 offers from Georgia, Oregon, Bama, and more. So probably not going to get him, but
yeah, from what I've read, he looks like he's going to go to Oregon. But this Savea kid, let's get him, man. Let's go after him. You and I, we know that, and it's not just on the football field. I mean, Polynesians are just some of the greatest people on earth, and I think they would just be a great addition to the University of Miami.
And how about, dude? I mean, the Rock is half Polynesian.
Yeah, he's Samoan.
One of our greats. So
absolutely. I mean, hey,
we need to start the movement, man. I mean, I guess that's I don't have any cultural heritage there, but bottom line is we just need to start dominating the trenches, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Oh, absolutely.
And we just haven't been doing that, so we need to rethink our strategy,
Absolutely. Is there anything else that we need to cover today?
I think we're good, man.
Hey, I know that we recorded yesterday, and it's been a long day, but appreciate you and appreciate Gaby also for coming on. That was a great interview. Really enjoyed talking to him, and thank you everyone for the support, and it's just been fun, man. And today is one of those days where I'm grateful for the Miami Hurricanes. I'm grateful for Canes fans and their support, and just the bond, even if it's just over social media, just the connection that Canes fans have, and it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. I can't say anything but to agree with you. It's crazy that just in such a short time I feel like I've made friends, like legit people that I want to hang out with, and I'm so excited for fall to have the chance to go to tailgates and link up with people, and it's just been a really cool experience. So
absolutely. Oh, one last note before we sign off. The UAB game changed from Saturday, September 19th to Thursday, September 17th. So
yeah, that gives us a 9-day prep period for Michigan State. So that's why that's significant, is because we kind of have a week and a half now.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, another great episode, man, and I guess we'll catch you guys next week, I guess.
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday. See you then.
All right, go Canes.
Go Canes.
This has been the Fours Up Podcast. Remember to like and leave a comment to help our podcast grow. Follow me on Twitter